Hello everyone. So in the last video we have seen that there is a basic difference between analog input and analog output. Okay, so the voltage is still same 0 to 5. In analog input you can get the voltage from a sensor. That means 0 voltage can be there, 0.25 voltage can be there, 1 voltage can be there, 2 can be there, 2.5 can be there, 4 can be there, 5 can be there. Any volt value can be there. These values can come from basically a sensor or voltage meter or whatever, potentiometer or whatever, and it is coming inside the Arduino, and the Arduino is reading the voltage value and displaying it in analog, convert to analog values numbers and displaying it. That's fine. But excuse me guys, when it comes to analog output, yes, still the same thing, 0 to 5 voltage, so it can be any value, right? 0, it can be 0 voltage, 0.25, 1 voltage, or any value we can give from a pin to an external thing. Okay, so earlier sensor gave it to us, now we are giving out to something else, something outside. Okay, not taking in, giving out. So thing that are getting our data is normally called actuators. Okay, so don't much worry about that. If you don't understand, just you can forget about this word. I'm just saying. Okay, actuators is the opposite word of sensors. Okay, actuators are the thing that are doing the opposite functionality of a sensor. Okay, for the moment don't think about that. Okay, if you don't understand. Okay, so you can think like this: we are giving this particular voltages. Okay, any voltage in between 0 to 5, that is analog value, right? As 0 to 5, we can give to something else out of from Arduino. Okay, so this is coming to Arduino, this is going from Arduino outside. Okay, you can give it to there are things that there are components you can give the voltage to from Arduino. Okay, so you can give the voltage to them. Okay, that is something else, so you don't have to worry about the destination where the voltage is going, but you should understand this is coming in, this is going out. So there is a basic difference between input and output, right? That's all. This is fine. So to get into the concept, okay guys, so basically what we normally do is, to know about this analog output, we can use an LED. Okay, so LED is something that, what is that? Is it a sensor? No, right? LED is not a sensor. LED is an actuator. That means LED is something that is taking an output from Arduino, and either it can be on or off. So it is something taking an output, and with the LED the user can see LED is on or not. So it is giving an output to us, right? You understand? Sensor, what does it do? It takes the data from the user or environment and giving to Arduino. So other way around, right? So that's all. So we can use some analog output with an LED and see what we can do, right? So before that, okay, excuse me guys, so let's get into some concepts. Okay, that's fine. So yes, okay, so when we know when you are taking an analog input, okay, when you are taking an analog input, we display it as 0 to 1023 values. Okay, so when we don't display it as voltage. Okay, we give only by analog values. Okay, likewise when you are giving an output, okay, we don't give it as 0 to 5. You don't write analog please give our analog output of 1 voltage. You don't write like that. Okay, you still have to write it in the analog numbers. Okay, this number range. Okay, let's say 0 to 1023. Okay, so then these numbers are holding some values, right? So if it is 511, it is 2.5 voltage. We looked at those things, like, okay, like that. If we are giving an analog number, the particular voltage will be given from the particular pin. So what I am telling is, if we are getting 2.5 voltage from a sensor as an analog input, we know the analog value should be 511. Okay, 511, because it is half of the 5 voltage, half of the 1024 units. We have studied all these things. So when you want to give an output of 2.5 voltage from a pin, what you should do? You should say, please give the output of 511. That means 5 voltage. Okay, you understand what I'm telling? Okay, so earlier, you see the value was coming. You can draw like this. Value was coming as a voltage. Okay, we take it in. Yes, no question on that. We take it in and we convert it to 0 to 1023. Okay, now this is analog input. Okay, now we want to give an output. Okay, so what we do is we give the number. For the moment you can think like 0 to 1023. Okay, we give the number and then Arduino will give the particular voltage outside. Okay, up to 5 voltage. That will do the conversion. That will convert the number to the voltage. Earlier we converted the voltage to the number, right? Now the number will be converted to the voltage and given outside. You understand what I'm telling? Okay guys, the other way around it's going to work. Okay, that's fine. So now you understand, right? Because you know these things, right? Because we have studied it enough, right? But so for example, if you are getting a 2.5 voltage, okay, assume this is 2.5 guys, 2.5 voltage, this number is going to be 511. Okay, the serial printing analog input value is going to be 511. We know that, right? Because it is 512 unit. So now when you are giving an output, if I am trying to give, there's a keyword, okay, I will tell how to give an output. The value, if I am giving the 511 value as an output with the output command, then we should get 2.5 voltage output in the particular pin, right? If I measure it, you understand what I'm telling? The same thing is happening the two ways. Okay, that's fine. Okay, 0 to 1023. You understand this, guys? I hope this is understandable, right? So the thing is happening the other way around. So we don't directly say give 2.5 voltage. We say give this particular analog number, analog value. So that the voltage, the analog value will be converted into voltage and giving outside through the pin. Okay, what we did with the sensors, we are doing the opposite way. You understand this, guys? Okay, that's fine. So even though it is the way it is, okay, I want to just remember you, give a hint. When it is coming as input, we know it is 1024 units, right? We are dividing the 5 voltage into 1024 units and reading the particular number, right? And considering the particular number, like, right, by dividing it. But when we are giving an output, okay, we are not capable of giving 1024 units. Okay, we are giving only 256 units. Okay, 256 units. So the minimum value is 0 value and the maximum will 255. You understand what I'm telling? So because maximum is the total number of units minus 1, right? We have seen those things in the analog input part. Okay, you can watch those videos if you don't understand. So remember, here when it comes to output, the output, when it comes to input, the input voltage will be divided into 1024 units. But when I am giving an output, Arduino will divide the whatever the maximum voltage you are capable of giving, that means 5 voltage, into 256 units, not 1024 units. Okay, so this is a very important thing when it comes to analog input and output. So that means maximum value is 255. So let's say when you are getting an input of 5 voltage, you will get 1023 units. You will get the value 1023, right, when you are printing the analog read value. But when you are giving an analog output of 5 voltage, when you want to give, you have to give 255. That will give 5 voltage. Okay, so that means the Arduino will differentiate. Okay, this is analog output, so I know I have to differentiate, divide the 5 voltage into 256 units. You are getting analog input, then Arduino know, okay, this is analog input, so I have to divide the 5 voltage into 1024 units. Guys, so remember, this is very important. If you don't understand this, just don't worry, just rewatch the video and keep calm. Please believe me, guys, in the upcoming videos this is going to be much more easier. Okay, it's going to be very good. Okay, better, much better, because when you are going to do practicals, you will understand this. Okay guys, so follow me up in the next video. I will catch you up in the next video, guys. Stay safe.